Welcome back to the desk. The NBA playoffs are going crazy right now, and here to break down the second round, we have Justis, Jimmy, Antonio, and Najee. Justis, this may hurt your heart, but the Boston Celtics are in the second round of the playoffs, and they look incredible this postseason. They swept your team, and now they are tied with the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks. There was a great game on Tuesday where they tied it up. Take us through it.
Yeah, I know I missed the Nets slander last week. My apologies, fellas. I know y'all were looking forward to that, but I don't feel as bad now, considering that the Boston Celtics are like a real problem right now. So if you take a look at the game two, they had a tough game one, big games from Giannis and Jrue Holiday, but ball movement was the story of this game. Look at that slick pass by Jason Tatum to an easy layup by Al Horford. He's been great with his second tenure with the Boston Celtics. Peyton Pritchard, man, he had a great series against the Brooklyn Nets. Passes out corner three for Grant Williams. Easy money. Grant Williams has also played great minutes for the Boston Celtics. Here is Giannis. Giannis is honestly, I can say it now, best player in the world doing Giannis things, unstoppable. No one on the Boston Celtics is stopping that. He had a big game. He had 28 points, I believe. And then Jaylen Brown blocked. But as you can see, Jason Tatum, a menace on both sides of the court, passes it out to Grant Williams again with another three-pointer. Yeah, great facilitating by Jason Tatum. The Celtics take a big lead. And also, like I said, Jason Tatum, big, both sides of the court facilitating right to Robert Williams. Robert Williams came back midway through the Nets series. Big for them, Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Jason Tatum with a steal and a nice finish right there. The Boston Celtics, big win against the Milwaukee Bucks. As you can see, another corner three from Jason Tatum. Like I said, Jason Tatum's been playing like a superstar throughout this whole playoffs, man. And not only Jason Tatum, but Jaylen Brown as well. I think that both of them, I know we say that defense wins championships, and that is true. And the Celtics defense is tough, but superstars win championships. And as you take a look at their playoff stats, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are both playing like superstars. Tatum's averaging 28, 7. Jaylen Brown's averaging 22 and 4. They're both shooting over 40% from field goal. They're both averaging 2 or more steals a game. So on both sides of the court, they're both playing like superstars. And like I said, bro, they spanked the Nets. If they get past the Milwaukee Bucks, I don't see anybody else in the East beating them.
That's fair. Najee, what are your thoughts on the Celtics? You did say that they were going to sweep the Nets.
Yeah, no, I did say that. So,
you did say that.
So,
you got that.
So clap for me real quick.
No.
Clap for me. Oh, crazy. See? But honestly, Boston did to a weak defense Nets team. Nets had a weakness was defense. That's not Milwaukee weakness. Milwaukee can play defense, and they could go around and guard anybody on the perimeter like Boston do. So I feel like the series is going to go to Game 7, but I'm going to give it to Milwaukee because the best player on the court is the best player in the NBA, and that's Giannis.
Jimmy?
I'm still going to keep it with Milwaukee. They got washed in Game 2, but you know what? You split the first 2 games on the road. That means you get home court advantage back. And you know who plays well at the home court? Role players. Give me Bobby Portis. Give me Brook Lopez. Giannis is going to still be able to carry. The Celtics' only chance, in my mind, is if Jaylen Brown continues to put up these big numbers like we saw, but it will probably go 7 games.
Antonio?
I'm going to agree with Jimmy and Najee. Milwaukee Bucks, I got them actually in 6. Giannis had one bad game. Everybody has one bad game. I think the Celtics need Marcus Smart's out. That's huge. That's a Defensive Player of the Year player. He needs and Jrue Holiday had an okay game, but they're going to step up. I got Milwaukee in 6.
That's the thing about these great players, man. You guys saying he had a bad game. Didn't he have 28 points? Like
He almost took 30 shots though.
Yeah.
Look, 28 points is still good.
Nobody could be like KD and have 3 bad games in a row. I'm just sorry.
Wait. I do have this to say though. I do not want to hear Kevin Durant compared to Larry Bird again. I remember that. Okay. I don't want to hear that.
Sorry, all right.
I don't want to hear that.
All right, we're gonna ignore like the last couple years of Larry Bird's career. Sure, fine. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to take KD over Larry Bird, but like
exactly.
I'm gonna say
You
that.
know who I'm going to take KD and Larry Bird over? James Harden.
For sure.
James Harden. Okay, Joel Embiid is out with a concussion and he broke his orbital bone. He actually won't play Game 3, which is tomorrow. He was ruled out, so I think they're going to go down 3-0 to the Miami Heat. Najee, James Harden. Ever since this year, the new rules, I don't know if it's because he's overweight, he's not in shape, he's not healthy, but what's going on with James Harden, man?
Honestly, I really don't know, but look at his stats. His stats it's not bad. It's just average. It's real average compared to him. He's a superstar who's supposed to average high 20s, low 30s, but he averages 18 points, three turnovers per game, 9 assists, and he's shooting from 40 from the field. That ain't bad, but that's role play. That's not superstar numbers.
Tyrese Maxey's a better player than him right now.
Like he playing better. He playing like a washed up old guy at the rec. But like it's just like the team need him. They need to be more aggressive. He's not being aggressive. So that's the only problem right now with that 76ers.
Jimmy?
This is Daryl Morey's guy. And you know who's not Daryl Morey's guy? Doc Rivers. Daryl Morey didn't hire him. Doc Rivers, you already hear the rumblings about D'Antoni reunion. That's going to be a problem. You know, it almost seems like they're basing the team more around what Harden wants than what Joel Embiid wants. Harden's not himself. He's not taking 20 shots a game anymore. You saw him take over the facilitating role in Brooklyn. Was that because he couldn't necessarily shoot anymore, or was that because he's trying to be nice to Kyrie? Now it's kind of like, maybe Harden knew something we all didn't, and it's just the start of the downfall.
Antonio?
I'm going to be brutally honest. James Harden is absolutely soft. He wanted to get out of Brooklyn. He wanted to win. He got what he wanted. He's on the Sixers. All he has to do was win one game. He had to do was win one game with Joel Embiid out, and he's not even shooting the ball. He's letting Maxey and Tobias Harris shoot. Tobias Harris is each scoring, but James Harden's just not even shooting. He's not even playing like himself anymore. He's completely soft.
I know somebody who's going to agree with you. That's this man over here.
Yeah, I don't usually agree with Antonio, but I have to agree with you right here.
Absolutely right.
All right, relax now, relax. But you guys saying that James Harden isn't playing like James Harden. I think this is James Harden now. I think this is just naturally players regress, and I just think it's funny how he left the Houston Rockets to try to get carried to a championship in Brooklyn. Then he left Brooklyn to get carried to a championship by Joel Embiid. Now Joel Embiid's hurt, obviously, and now they're getting swept.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Well, maybe fortunately for some people.
Miami's a deep team, man.
They are.
Unless James Harden, brings us back to 2017, I think they're going to get swept.
I do too. So another team I also think that may get swept is the Dallas Mavericks. And Luka Doncic is playing phenomenal, but that pick and roll they're doing on him towards the end of the games, and the Phoenix Suns, my goodness, I think they're just picking up right where they were last season. So Antonio, do you think the Suns could run it back and actually win it this time in the NBA Finals?
I think so. Let's look at some stats for that series so far. So they're averaging overall in the playoffs 115 points. They're shooting 53% from the field, 35% from the three-point line, and 30 rebounds per game. I think, and Booker and Paul right now are playing like a dynamic duo. When Booker was out for them 2 games, Paul stepped up, and he's still stepping up. He went 14 for 14 one game.
Yeah,
that's phenomenal.
in the closing game versus.
It's time to get Chris Paul that ring. It's time.
Yeah. So we got to move along, gentlemen, quickly. Jimmy, I think the most fascinating series in the second round is this next one. We have the Golden State Warriors, the old guys versus the new crew in the Memphis Grizzlies. Take us through this game quickly, please.
Now we'll take a quick look at the highlights of Game 2. The Grizzlies absolutely showed out in Memphis. Get out of the way. John Morant will start out with a dunk from him. If you don't want to get out of the way, if you don't believe me, just ask Malik Beasley. That was a problem for them. Top of the key, spin move. Absolutely can't guard Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. You know how hard that bucket is? Spin, look at the hang time. John Morant, absolutely phenomenal. Here we see him again. A little bit of a errant pass there. Klay Thompson plays good defense there. Jordan Poole, wide open dunk, easy flush for Jordan Poole. Been absolute menace for the Warriors in these playoffs. And now we'll see a turnover on the Warriors side of things. Memphis, big dunk here. Separate themselves in the third quarter, about 7 minutes to go. And now John Morant, 1-point game. Warriors brought a little bit back. There's just way too much space. People act like he can't shoot. He can still pull up from 3. He's absolutely killing the game in the paint and from the perimeter. Jordan Poole here, easy layup. Give the Warriors lead going into the fourth quarter. But now Klay Thompson running the break. This is where you see Steve Kerr. This is where you see Warrior basketball, unselfish, getting the best shot. This is how you get multiple championships in numerous years. That's Jonathan Kuminga with an easy dunk. And here we go, John Morant. I mean, for the man of that size, you should be able to make an and one that easy, guys. Easy spin move in the lane. He gets to the line. Here we go, 1-point game. Look at the movement Draymond Green causes. That's the value of Draymond Green, guys, right there. Steph Curry gets a wide open look. Draymond with the screen, causing so much attention. And now John Morant, bread and butter, brings the game to the 1-point lead with that beautiful left-hand finish. Couldn't get it to go in Game 1 for the win. Got it there to bring it to a 1-score game. And Steph Curry now. Talk about bread and butter. That's his. The floater, the left hand. Give the Warriors the lead with just a few minutes to go now. And John Morant, you know who's getting the ball. And Jordan Poole, sit down. How does the hardwood feel on that butt? I mean, just sit down on the floor, spin move, crossover. John Morant now, a little bit of a dagger, right hand floater. You saw Klay Thompson contain that left hand like he did in Game 1. John Morant, that's a study of the game. You go up that right hand floater, and now it's the dagger. 1-1 on the series. The Memphis Grizzlies are here to play.
He just told, we didn't see it because the video cut off, but he told Steph Curry, we're going to have some fun. Gentlemen, quickly, who wins in what game?
For this?
Yep.
Grizzlies, Game 7. That Warriors pack going crazy after Game 7.
Warriors in 6.
Warriors experience 6.
I agree with Jimmy. Warriors in 6 experience.
Give me Warriors in 7. It's going to be a great one. But don't forget to follow us at SportsSaysWP on Twitter and Instagram for updates and more. Join us next week on the last day of the semester, as it will be the last call for the seniors and this school year. Next week, we'll have a final recap for both the WP softball and baseball teams, the NFL, the MLB, the NBA, hell, a PGA block, UFC, volleyball, whatever you want. We would love to give a special thank you to all the cast and crew, and a big shout out to the tall hippie, Al Clark. From Studio B in Hamilton Hall, and for everyone here at the desk, I'm Samory Rose. Catch you guys next time.